Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're brand new to C#, you're in the right place. Today we're going to write your first C# program step by step using Visual Studio. Okay, so first of all, to make a new project, how I'll do it, how I recommend doing, you're gonna press to Visual Studio. You're gonna go to Visual Studio, to the latest version that you have, continue with your code. Now you're gonna press File to create the new project. You go to File, New Project. Over here you're gonna have to pick which is gonna be console app. Over here, make sure this is C#. Next, now you're gonna name it. I'm gonna name it project. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just gonna name it hello world. Name it, you can name it over here, you name it whatever you want your project to be named. Make sure not to make spaces because that's gonna be an error. And over here you're gonna pick a folder you want to use. I'm gonna use this folder as usual. Then you press next button over here. You pick the one that terms, APK, and create. And over here you created, and Aaron is gonna be creating. Over here you created your own first project. So now we're gonna write your first program project over here. That's where you're gonna write your codes. Over here you got toolbox, which we're not gonna use for this. We're not gonna need those because that's used for Windows framework forms, which I use sometimes, but that's for the next video. For this video we're gonna be writing your first project, which are for beginners of course. So if you like some advanced, this is only gonna be teaching like the basics, how to write, how it works. Okay, so over here, of course you won't have this right away, but here's the starter. So you can add your code here. I put a comment here, which yes, to write your comments you use this, which I forgot what again, but used for codes, for comments. And there's another way to do comments, something like this. And the close one to close it up. Not this way, I think it was this way. Yeah, that's how you close it up. But we'll do that for next video because we need to this for beginners, so I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Okay, so over here I'm gonna explain really quickly. Using system means we're using the system. We're here you guys different systems, which is pretty kind of important in C#. In C# we use a lot of systems when we make something like games, programs, websites. Here goes your name of the project. And classes we're gonna learn in next videos because I'm gonna do just a quick video for beginners. It's a quick video, which kind of sucks, I know that. So right now I'm gonna teach you some basics. So let's start with something simple. Let's start with console right line braces, and let's write hello world. There you go. So what is supposed to do? So here we're asking console, meaning we're asking console, and write line. So we're asking console to write something on it, and everything that goes inside over here will be right. Something like you're gonna save it here. By the way, make sure to save it. You can save here or here. But I use it this one. To save it, just press this. So you can press this button, this green button to start it, or for the short keys, ctrl F5. I'm gonna put in comments the shortcut case if anybody needs it. Over here we got hello world, like I was saying. As you guys see, they write hello world, like I write it down here. Everything you write here will be write down in the console, which this is a console, if anybody didn't know that. And anything you write there will be, but try to do something, anything, right, to do anything that you want. Like imagine saying hey, how are you, right? Like anything you think you want to write there, then you just save it. You can use short keys. I'm just gonna press the button and see gonna appear there and it's gonna show up there. There is some more to go, like variables. Imagine you wanna write console as someone for an age, so we're gonna write console right line, are you? So we're asking how old are you. Now in the console you're gonna appear the text how are you, how old are you, I mean, and we asking it, but the player, the user who gonna start the user, you're not gonna be able to tell it. Just if you're gonna start it, it's just gonna show that appear the text. You're not able to do anything, but we need to be able to do it. So for that we're gonna use console redline. There you go. Now let's see what changed. There you go. And now you'll be able to write. Console write we use to get input or text something. Of course you need to learn how to write it correctly. You just don't want people just write some weird things. For that we're gonna use variables. But for this video I wanted to keep it short and simple, just where I explain like a simple things which doesn't make sense. Everything is out of the theme, I know, out of the topic. But anyways, but let me teach you, like I have a first video where you need to read, where I was too shy to by the way, English my second language, so don't judge. Anyways, about variables, I'm gonna give a quick listen about it. When you write a variable inside a class, like classes, the ones that you made, which I'm gonna explain next video, classes, if you write her here out the classes, you are gonna have to use static, so you'll be able to use variables each classes. But if you know for sure that you're gonna use a variable just in one class, like you're gonna write an apple here, right? Not apple, you're gonna write it like public int whatever name you want to give it, like hello, doesn't make sense, then you just write down 0, the number, done. Which this doesn't make sense, I know, it's not how it's supposed to be. Static. See that gonna give you an error. So how to fix that error, which I'm gonna show you. Static, so you write down here in the class program, which was program that you can change it, your name. Static, let's pick float. Now you're gonna give a name, number. Let's pick 5f. You see that? Public. Oh, now I know what I mean. There you go. Now there will be no problems at all. See, now it's gonna work. Now you might ask what static means, what public means, what float means. What this means, that's the name of the variable that we give. Float is a variable. What do we put f at the end of the number? What do we put the colon at the end? Which is all for the next video. This is just like a small thingy that I made because I have nothing else to do. A small overview what you're gonna wait for when you're gonna start. So yeah, and about classes, a quick overall, you can make classes. Here, how can you make a class? You just, by the way, void doesn't bring back any variable. You can give it any like variable, any like, it's like saying, imagine the variable you give a number, but doesn't give back anything for you. Static. Now you're gonna give a name, whatever you want, but it's for the next thingy. So yeah, in this video you were supposed to learn how something to appear in the console and how to make you write something. There's one more actually. There's one more. Console write. Surprise. Right. Which this is not the way to write it, which I'm gonna explain in the next video. Don't judge guys. My English is my second language. I'm still learning it. The reason why I have to learn it. Anyways, so this was the overall for today's video. Ignore this, I don't know how the hell appear here. So yeah, see ya in the next video, where in the next video I'm actually gonna explain variables. It's gonna be a better version of the first video that I actually published on my channel. You're gonna be way better. You're gonna spend float, int, bow, anything like that, string, chart, every variable. An example, it's gonna be kind of short, but as well as long, depending. Anyways, see ya, and I hope in the future, please comment, like, and subscribe. It's if it was helpful. I'm no if it was useful personally, but if you liked it. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye bye.